I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and special thank you to BillBonJovi who sent me this. The Deadly Spawn, They Came to Earth to Feed on Human Flesh, a film that was released in 1983. It's a special edition, has two commentaries, one with the producer, one that has the director, uh, the star who was a little kid when this was done. Special effects guy who went on to do X-Files Fight the Future, Spookies, Monsters, the TV series, Monsters. Film that was made on 16 millimeter camera, so it has that look that I like, actually. I don't mind the type of look, 16 millimeter. I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't like a little documentary featurette, but you did a lot of info on the audio commentaries. Like this film, it took a few years to make because I think a lot of the actors were working on the weekends. The film cost under $50,000. I think it was like one person said 25,000, one person said it was around 30 some. So it was under 40,000. I think it was like 35,000 I heard. So it's 25 to $35,000. And for a film that costs around 25 to $35,000, I thought it was pretty damn good. It's fun. It's fast-paced. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. I like this more than the sequel, Metamorphosis, the Alien Factor, which I reviewed that because I think BillBonJovi sent me that as well. I did review that film. That's still on the channel. I was not a fan of that movie. I like this film more. Uh, and the plot is pretty simple, very straightforward. You have two campers. Meteor comes down. They look. One guy gets eaten off camera. The other guy is in his tent. He gets eaten. You hear munching noises. His hand comes out, and you hear like this ripping sound. Which I don't know why that ripping sound kind of disturbed me a little bit. When I don't know, disturb is probably a strong word, but it's like, ew. Pretty much most of the film takes place in this house, pretty much in suburbia. And his mom and dad wake up. The dad goes down to the basement, gets his ass eaten by a creature. You have shitloads of blood against the wall. You have that ripping sound effect. The mom comes down, wondering where the guy's at. And I like this little idea that they had where the blood previously had splashed on the light bulb. So she comes down, she sees the light bulb, and like the blood looks like it's burned or kind of fricasseed in a way onto the light bulb. I like that. And like there's hints of blood, but she can't quite see it. I would not be surprised if someone who worked on Jurassic Park ripped this off, this scene. Well, probably not. Maybe just someone had to think about it. I'm sure that's what it was, but it'd be funny if, hey, yeah, we saw this movie. There's a sequence that they took. Again, I don't know if someone took it. You see the same scene in Jurassic Park where, remember when Laura Dern, she thinks it's Samuel Jackson's arm. She's like, oh, and turns around and, it's a fucking, just a bloody arm. And then there's the monster, the raptor. Here, the same thing where an arm gets on her shoulder. So, oh. And then instead, it's a fucking arm inside the creature's mouth. and grabs her face, rips her fucking face off. Like you see like the skin ripping off, and then you see an up close. Ew. Practical effects. Practical effects can work. I don't know why they don't do this shit today. This costs $25,000 to $35,000. Why the fuck can they not do stuff like this today? Like, look at this stuff. Why can they not do this today? I don't get it. Like, I like Jack Boots Monster Slayer. You could have done... I want to see more movies like that. I want to see more movies like this. But, you know, you're not going to get it. Then you have your lead kid, Charles George Hildebrandt, who I thought he did a good job as the little kid who pretty much our lead. Because he's a kid who, I don't think he's annoying. I don't think he's annoying at all. He's soft-spoken. He has few words in the film, which work. He's a kid who likes monster movies. Like in his room, there's like a King Kong poster. There's like Godzilla. You know, likes to have these masks. Kind of reminds me of Tommy Jarvis in Friday the 13th Part 4, where, you know, he was a little kid who was into, you know, masks and, you know, trying to scare people and stuff like that. And then he has an older brother who is a science major and is just about the fast, just about, you know, doesn't have much of an imagination. And pretty much some people don't come by later to study for this test. And also their aunt and uncle over. Their uncle is like a psychologist. For some reason, he's like talking to the kid like, why do you like these things, these monsters? And I like that the kid just sort of, you know, just acts like a normal kid. No, I don't think they're real. Yeah, sometimes I have nightmares. Like, you know, he's just very straightforward. Again, the kid, I don't think he was annoying. He wasn't forcing it. He wasn't too over the top. Just acting like a regular kid. That's what I liked about it. Although I'm wondering, what the fuck is up with this uncle? It's going to be like, you can, you know, I know you're a psychiatrist, but leave the kid alone. He just likes monster movies. Fuck. Care if it's your uncle. I don't want someone grilling me about liking monster movies. But and I like the girl who played the woman who played the aunt, which I don't know her name. But the girl who played the woman that played the aunt, I thought she was. I liked her because she opens the door and the kid tries to scare her, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's scary." By the way, do you want to just sort of brushes off? By the way, you know, breath is getting cold, you know, that sort of thing. That's probably not there's that words, but I liked her. And yeah, I liked that the kid was not annoying. And this film goes at a pretty good pace. There's this electrician that's supposed to come by the house, and the kid is going to try to steer the electrician in the basement. But, of course, that's when shit hits the fan, sees a hand, then sees this big fucker. You know, practical effects, which I like the look of this creature. I like it. I like the practical effects that were used. And it's actually this scene here. We see he sees the electrician. And then, to add worse, his fucking mom's head gets spit out of one of the mouths. And like the face is all fucked up. And even like these little like babies that has these babies that look like fucked up tadpoles go to the face and eat the fucking face. And pretty much they did this with skin, and they actually like take the skin off and reveal this. And so of course the kid's like, I would be too. What the fuck? So he's frozen. It makes sense. He's scared. Shitless. And then in between, he's stuck in the basement, you know, not sure what to do. Because he's scared. And it's mixed in with, like, the older brother's friends come by, and his possible girlfriend found one of these tadpole, you know, baby creature things, and they're dissecting because they're science majors. I like what they were doing with the kid in the basement. To be honest, that was more interesting than the older brother and stuff doing the dissection. That's one thing I wasn't really interested in, that scene, that little sequence there. But the kid, it was interesting because he was scared, but then like he's trying to think, like he sees his windowsill, and I like the way it's shot where he looks at it and you see like the lights or envelope this section of his eyes here. And he's trying to figure out that it's like he gets an idea and he does like this, and the thing sort of wakes up. Not wakes up, but like startles. So he gets the idea it's sound. You can't really see it's from sound, so he like takes a flashlight and throws it over to there, so it goes over there. And one thing leads to another. And he gets the fuck out of there. Again, the older brother and his friends with the little science talk wasn't really the most interesting. But then you have that aunt. The aunt went to her mother's house, and like, one of these tadpoles are there and gets stuck in the food processor, and this woman's like serving this food, and they're like, what the fuck? Then the aunt comes by on the phone to try to call, place she's staying at. No one picks up. And then all these old women are getting a towel, and one's like on this woman's face, one's on this woman's foot. Practical effects, gore. Not that scene isn't gory. I mean, the rest of the film is pretty gory, like fucking face getting eaten. But that scene, you see a little bit, and they get out of there. Then we get back to our main location, and you find out the uncle, he was sleeping. He's fucked up. His eyes are gone. They're fucking in his eyes. They're coming out of his fucking body. Yeah, get the hell out of there, wondering what the fuck to do. Then the kid escapes, actually lures one away with this radio that it fucks up and catches on fire for a little bit. And then this girl who's supposed to be part of his older brother's study comes by and almost gets in. She gets out of there. And then you have another pretty gory death, which who you think is going to be the, sort of, I kind of like what they were doing here. It's kind of like they're leading the audience astray, where you kind of think maybe the older brother and the possible girlfriend will be the leads. I get a little bit of that, but then like the older brother, he's a science major. He's not the lead. It's the little kid. And the girlfriend, possible girlfriend, she gets fucking eaten. Like her head gets in the damn mouth, ripped off, and the rest of the body flies out the fucking window. I'm like, shit. And then pretty much the older brother gets out of the window, sees a car, so he realizes that his parents did not leave. Because at the beginning there was this note that says that they left, but before they left they got eaten. And so he realizes, oh my shit, my parents are dead, and then this girl I liked is dead, so he's fucked up, and he's pretty much crazy. Going, this is, not possible, and, he's a man of science. He doesn't have imagination, so he's fucked in the ass, or in the head, I should say. And the other friends get trapped in the attic. The boy gets together some shit, pretty much able to make sort of like a little old-fashioned bomb with puts one of his monster masks on there, tries to get it to eat it, and then this thing's like gets on his shoulder, and he turns so that the fucking monster eats that thing, plug it in, and blows the fucker up. And then pretty much, everything's over. The other people in the neighborhood realize they have the little problems. They were throwing these little suckers into the bonfire until the very end, where you have a cop by the house. Is like much later at nighttime, and the conversation of, oh yeah, these things can get bigger, and then pretty much this long shot where this big giant thing, pretty much what they did later at the end of Metamorphosis, the Alien Factor, but it didn't piss me off as much in this. Where this big thing rises up, and like, oh shit, they're not all gone. There's one bigger than the fucking house. The film I liked. I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh wow, I love this, I'll gush your squirt over it. No, because it would have been nice if they had a bigger budget, so they could have gotten like a little bit more action scenes, like action sequences. Maybe grab a gun, shoot some of these motherfuckers. I'm not going to knock this film that much, because this film, again, only cost between $25,000 to $35,000. And for what they worked with, it's a fun B movie. If this cover makes you interested, it's worth a look. It's gory. I thought the acting, was fine enough. I liked the little kid. I thought he was not annoying. He had a few words. Went at a fast enough pace. Definitely rated R. Uh, I like the special effects. I like the look of the creatures. It went at a fast enough pace, and I'm just surprised just how much they got done with these effects with such a low budget. It amazes me, and I wonder why they can't do this today. Sci-Fi Channel, why can't you do? They did this for $25,000 to $50,000. Get some points from these guys, Sci-Fi. But that's my review of the Daily Spawn. If you like B movies, it's definitely worth a look. Thanks for watching.